Here in Bangkok, we just have an earthquake that is happening first time in my life. I heard it's first time in 100 years. And because of that situation, so many people were in panic. My room has a lot of cracks and I was going through lots of emotion from not knowing what's going to happen next, and soon I have to move out of my room so that it can get renovated. So I got inspired to host an emotional support group to help people who are going through emotion because of unexpected earthquake situation. And I ran that emotional support group for 2 times for the past 2 weeks. And just yesterday that I have another thought of running specific training for people to support other people emotionally. So I call this masterclass the art of being there, how to support someone you love emotionally. And today's video, I want to recap the key point in the 5 do's and the 5 don'ts when you want to support someone emotionally. And the fact that you're watching this video, I know that you might have someone in your mind that you want to provide emotional support. You want to be their safe space. And for me as a coach, when I start on my coaching journey, I found out that when I'm supporting someone through traditional coaching framework where using question to guide them to see the answer, it's not working all the time because there were the missing link from that framework of supporting people by asking question. Or the thing that is more than that is emotional piece, which is linked between emotion, body, and mind. And I did go through this in detail in my masterclass. This is going to be a short video, so I wouldn't go into technical part. And if you want to know more on that, I have a full hour of masterclass that I teach about the relationship of body and mind and why people might got stuck when they are going through certain heavy emotion that is coming up in their life. And also as a coach, when I see that, I know this is something that is missing, so I was taking more courses to learn about emotion. And now fast forward 8 years, I have found out so many pieces that was missing from providing emotional support that not a lot of people are talking about it. And when I host the masterclass last night, like many people there is having an aha moment. And this video, I want to summarize quickly so you know a few tips on do's and don'ts when you want to provide safe space for the other person. For me, in my case, when I apply this principle of do's and don'ts, I noticed that my coaching time has reduced from usually certain topic can take 1 hour, and then it reduced to 10 or 20 minutes because it's support people to get out from the maze of mind or the loop of thought that they might have been stuck there or walking in circle in their mind. So let's go to the first do. Is first, you want to accept where they are without having your own agenda of, oh, I want you to feel better, I want you to drop that. When we are seeing our loved one going through hard time or difficult time, we want them to be happy, we want them to feel better. But think about it, when you are going through their own stuff, you know how to get out of it. But when you are at that moment, what you want from the other person is not forcing you to feel better or cheering you up, right? So that's also go back to the opposite side. When you are being the one who support the other person, is what you want to do is you want to just be there for them and accept them. Accept that it's okay to feel difficult, it's okay to not feeling okay, it's okay to be there, and I'm here for you. This is the mindset that I want you to hold it. And you don't know how it's gonna last for them, don't rush it. Which links to the don't, which you don't want to have the feeling of forcing them to feel better. You want to just be there. So that's the first do and the first don't. Second one, which so many participants from last night training got a lot of aha moment from this part, which is around trust. Trust, you cannot assume trust with the other person, even though you have a close relationship with them, even though you are their parents or their boss or their friends or close friends or a partner, a wife, or a husband. You cannot assume that you have trust with that person in that moment, especially when they are going through difficult emotion. Trust is a state, it's not a status. So you want to make sure that you build trust with that person before you provide and a safe space for them. And you also want to regularly check in with yourself if you providing trust enough. And how you provide trust is through your body language, to how you communicate. And I also teach this extensively in my masterclass last night. You can go and check it out. There are more tips, more techniques on how to communicate, more psychology behind building trust. So that's the second one. You want to make sure that you build trust with them first before you provide a space for them. And don't assume trust. Another thing around this topic is I want you to imagine that you have a friend that at some moment you feel trust with them, but certain time when it's come to your deep personal stuff, you might not trust that friend first, but the trust might start from when a friend giving that space, or you might hanging out with them and might have a cup of drink, cup of coffee, and then you start to open up more. So that's how trust is built in a moment. It's not a status, it's not assumed, it's not through any position that you are in. And in fact, if you have power dynamic with another person, for example, if you are their boss or if you are the parents, it might even be harder to build trust with them because they feel small when it's in a space of emotional support. We want to make sure that the other person feel equal, feel safe with us to open up. And when you are in this power dynamic, I want you to have this one little caution that you might not be the best person to hold that space for them. Let them find other outlet or other person to be safe space for them. And this is nothing personal. Like everyone have things in the background that we don't know, so we don't assume anything. We just know that you are not the right person for them, and that's it. Move on to the third part, which is also related to what I discussed before, is that how you provide physical space or safe space is also through your body language. You want to lean back. Think about the word space or holding space or safe space is when we allow space through energetic, through emotion, through our physical body. So when you have the discussion or you want to provide certain space for another person, you want to make sure that you lean back a little bit and don't get up close, because when you get up close, it can make people feel uncomfortable. So that's the do. So lean back to provide physical space, and you want to check in with yourself from time to time as you are having conversation with this person, and don't get too close to them unless ask permission. If you want to support them physically, if you are someone that close to them like a close friend or you are their partner, do they want a hug at that moment, or do they want to have space to just talk through it? And if they want to have space, then you just lean back and give space physically, and then they will start to open up. The fourth one is trust your intuition. When you have that space, when you have the connection with the other person, you want to trust your intuition, and you can gently guide them through your question and ask with curiosity. You can do that when you connect to your intuition. And I have these four magic words when it's come to emotional support is: first one, safety; second one, trust; third one, connection; and fourth one is acceptance. You want to make sure that you have these four magic words as your mantra every time when you want to provide safe space. And with that in mind, when you know that you have connection with the other person and you trust your intuition that the question is coming up for you to ask them at certain moment, then you can ask with curiosity, like genuine curiosity. And I also emphasize this, that it has to be authentic. Like if you don't have anything coming up in your mind to ask, or if you have any question, or if you feel empathize with them, you just share it with authenticity. But don't share it because you feel like this is a must do. This is what I tell you to do, to ask. Don't do it. It's better to remain silent if you don't have question to ask, and trust your intuition that it guides you to, like, this moment, this is the time to keep more silence, or this is the time to ask specific question. You can do this. But what you don't want to do is don't give advice. This is really, really important. Yesterday, I asked a question of, think about a time that you don't feel safe with someone when you go to them for emotional support. And the number one answer that participant in the group type in a chat is, people are giving unsolicited advice. Actually, when a person come to you, they want a space to be heard, to be seen, to be validated, to be listened to. Give them that, give them what they want, and don't give advice. This is really important. But if there is certain intuition coming up to you at certain point in time, or the conversation has go for a certain time, and you have this urge, you want to ask that permission, like, is it okay if I say something, or is it okay if I ask you something? Ask a lot of permission, but don't give advice immediately or at the start of having this conversation. You want to make sure that there are certain time while when the other person talking through what is happening to them. The last one, the thing that you can share, and I love this part so much, that there is one participant that feel like this is such an aha moment, is that when people give trust and come to you and feel like you are someone that they feel safe with and want to share their own deeper emotion or deeper story, deeper history that they've gone through in their life, is a gift. For me, I don't trust everybody to talk about my childhood or talk about deep stuff. I trust certain people. I trust, it doesn't have to be like close friend, but certain people give a vibe that I can trust them. So in the opposite lens, right? This is a gift when people trust you to talk about something deep. So what you want to do is you want to say, thank you for sharing, and say it from your heart. Again, don't say it because I told you in this video to say it. Say it because it's coming from the gratitude that you know that this is a gift that people are giving to you. This is a gift of connection. This is a gift of trust, which is, it's not easy to give trust to someone if you think about it in your life, right? And what you don't want to do is share your opinion without permission. Again, it's okay to share with permission, but don't share your opinion without permission. That's the 5 do and don'ts when it's come to providing emotional support for your loved one, for the other person that come to you. You can provide it with anyone. Actually, it's easier to provide it with someone that you have connection, but you might not have close relationship, because sometimes when it's come to someone that is close, really close to your heart, like your parents, your partner, it can be so many things that is come up in between. And if you want to learn more about this masterclass, which is, I talk about it like full hour with slides, with presentation, we have discussion around it, check out my free masterclass in a link, Art of Being There, how to be emotional support for someone you love. If you haven't known me, I'm Wan. I'm a life coach for women in business. I used to work in corporate for 15 years, turned to be life coach for the past 8 years. And my expertise is to help you get to the vision that you can have fulfillment, not just in your work, but in your personal life as well. If you are someone who resonates with my message, I also have a one-on-one program available for women in business who want to reach the next level of fulfillment in their life and in their career, and scale their business in a way that feel fun and easy for them, and falling in love with what they do again. So I hope to connect with you. You can head into the link that I will provide into this video. In the link, you can connect with me on Instagram, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, you can drop me a DM, we can have a chat about it. You can subscribe with my YouTube video as well. And yeah, so I hope to catch you in the next video, and I hope you have a great time.